Next news, breaking news.
What you're about to see could be the most explosive congressional testimony in modern American history. Former President Bill Clinton, under oath, squirming in his seat as Republican congresswomen demand answers about Jeffrey Epstein. The flights, the island, the massages, the young girls. His lawyers are panicking, trying to shut down every question, but the truth is coming out whether the establishment likes it or not. You see, Clinton was forced to admit he took those flights. He was confronted about a massage from one of Epstein's girls, and when asked point blank if Epstein, did something to himself, his answer will send chills down your spine. You see, the walls are closing in, folks. And this is not just about Bill Clinton. This is about an entire network of powerful elites who thought they were untouchable. For decades, the American people have watched as the rich and connected played by a very different set of rules. While hardworking families struggle to put food on the table, these people jetted around in private planes to private islands doing God knows what. And when it all started to unravel, the key witnesses conveniently ended up dead in a federal prison cell. So how does this affect you? Well, because the same justice system that might let a former president walk free after all of this is the same system that would throw the book at you for parking ticket. The same media that buried this story for years is the same media telling you what to think about everything else. Your children, your grandchildren, they deserve to grow up in a country where justice is blind and where no one is above the law, not even former presidents. The Trump administration and Republican Congress, they're finally pulling back the curtains on decades of corruption. My friends, this is our moment of reckoning. And speaking of powerful forces trying to control America's destiny, there is a national security story that is developing right now that the mainstream media refuses to touch. We're tracking a developing story out of Washington, one that the legacy media doesn't want you to see. As Iran destabilizes the Middle East, threatening our allies and our interests, the federal government just made a move that could reshape America's security posture for generations. And here's the truth they don't want you to know. Our nuclear submarines, our warheads, our next generation power grid, all of it depends on uranium. We import almost every single pound of it from foreign nations. This is not about energy independence anymore, folks. This is about survival, because a nation that can't power its own military does not remain a superpower for long. That's why smart investors are looking at domestic uranium miners like Atomic Minerals, trading as ATMMF in the United States and ATOM in Canada. As the Trump administration prioritizes American energy security, these companies could be positioned for massive growth. So do your own research, but don't ignore what Washington is quietly telling us about the future of American power. See the exclusive briefing that has been prepared just for you, linked below this video. Now back to the Clinton testimony that has the entire Democrat establishment freaking out. Yes, here's what they're not telling you. Bill Clinton didn't just answer questions about flights. He was confronted about a specific woman, Shantae Davies, one of Epstein's associates. He was asked about Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's most prominent accusers, who claims she saw Clinton on that island. And when Congresswoman Nancy Mace asked him about Epstein's alleged comment that Clinton likes him young, watch his reaction. This is a former president of the United States, and he could barely form a coherent response. And of course, Drew Hernandez coming in with our first epic tweet of our segment. Bill Clinton admits he flew on the PDF file. I love it, Drew. Well played. On the PDF file, Epstein flights during his deposition. He still hasn't been investigated or arrested. Let's take a look at this epic moment.
And on the other hand, I do think you should be talking to me. I think you should have called me. I did take those plane trips with him, and you have a right to ask those questions. So I'm glad to be here, and I understand what the oath is. I have to be honest with you. You know, I'll be 80 years old if I live to my next birthday. I don't remember everything that happened 24 years ago, but I do remember some things, and I will tell you what I remember as best I can.
Oh, yes, he remembers some things, I'm sure. Some things he keeps in a special little place in his mind. Now, the administration opens the floodgates. This admission opens the floodgates. Now lawmakers are pressing Clinton with increasingly uncomfortable questions about his relationship with underage victims. Bill Clinton had to pause when we asked if he likes them young. Are you convinced that he doesn't? Watch and decide for yourself. This is from Representative Nancy Mace.
Like them young. Why would Epstein say that about you?
Are you asking his opinion? You're asking him to think about why Mr. Epstein would say something about him?
Why would Epstein say that
So
about
she's
the
asking you
president?
to try to be in Mr. Epstein's mind and guess at what Mr. Epstein would have thought about.
First of
Clinton
all,
likes them young, referring to girls.
I love him young.
that's not true.
What's not true?
That I have any interest in underage,
I didn't say underage. I said young.
but it's still not true.
Is an intern young?
Yes,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Oh, man. That, I want to play that again because that was just amazing.
Them young. Why would Epstein say that about you?
Are you asking his opinion? You're asking him to think about why Mr. Epstein would say
Correct.
something
Why
about him.
why would Epstein say that
So
about
she's
the
asking you
president?
to try to be in Mr. Epstein's mind and guess at what Mr. Epstein would have thought about.
first of
Clinton
all,
likes them young, referring to girls.
How dare you?
that's not true.
What's not true?
That I have any interest in underage,
I didn't say underage. I said young.
but it's still not true.
Wrong.
Is an intern young?
Yes,
Okay.
Is an intern young? Oh, my God. Clinton's awkward pauses and evasive answers only fuel more suspicion as representatives drill down on specific allegations involving Epstein's massage therapists. Bill Clinton was directly asked whether he received a massage from one of Epstein's girls, if he visited Epstein's island or met Virginia Roberts Gouffre. Representative Luna, have you ever had contact with Shantae Davis? Well, let's go ahead and listen to the response.
Have you ever had contact with an individual by the name of Shantae Davies?
I believe Shantae that's a distinctive name, and so I think that was the name of one of his flight attendants.
Okay. She's been described on being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages. Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
Okay.
And I think Shantae did it, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you ever visit Epstein's Little St. James Island?
No,
We have Virginia Guffrey, who has testified seeing you on the island with two young girls. Did this occur at all? Okay. Why do you think she would have made that claim?
Objection, speculation. He can't possibly.
Have you
Wrong.
ever met her or any other Epstein associated underage girl?
not to my knowledge.
Wrong.
Do you see his hands shaking? Dude, he's freaking out. The interrogation reaches its climax as lawmakers confront Clinton about whether he believes the official story of Epstein's death, and watch his lawyers absolutely panic. Lauren Boebert posting the video of her question about Jeffrey Epstein.
I'd like to ask you personally and directly, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Are you asking him to speculate on how Mr. Epstein died?
I'm asking what the president thinks of.
So you're asking his opinion?
Mr. President, was your friend Jeffrey Epstein
Are you
suicidal?
classifying him as a friend who he has testified that he was
has
friendly?
called him a friend in a letter.
He said he was friendly, but not. You've asked for his testimony.
Mr. President, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein was suicidal?
You said people gonna die?
Was he ever
She's asking for the
suicidal?
best of your
I
understanding.
don't know. I only know what the medical finding was. I think maybe
That's it.
he finally got caught, and I don't know. I've accepted it in my own mind. I don't know what happened,
Mr. President, what did you accept? That he killed himself or that he did not?
but he did. But I don't know.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Neither
Mr.
do you.
President.
We don't. None of us know.
None of us know. Even Bill Clinton doesn't know. Or does he? Right? Did him and Hillary have an interest in seeing him silenced? Well, that's completely beside the point right now, because we're seeing the testimony, the deposition of Bill and Hillary Clinton over the entire Epstein debacle. And here's what this really means, America. We are watching the establishment's house of cards collapse in real time, because for decades they told us this conspiracy theorists were crazy for asking any questions about Epstein connections. They called us nuts for wondering why so many powerful people were tied to this monster. Now, under the Trump administration, with Republicans controlling Congress, we're finally getting answers. Bill Clinton under oath admitting to flights, admitting to massages, squirming when asked about young girls. This is accountability. This is what happens when patriots take back control of the government. The deep state protected these freaks for years. Well, thankfully, those days are over. See, the American people deserve the truth, and thanks to brave congresswomen like Lauren Boebert, Nancy Mace, and Anna Paulina Luna, we're finally getting it. Bill Clinton thought he was untouchable. You saw his hands shaking in terror when asked about the underage girls. The entire Democrat establishment thought this story would stay buried forever. The media buried it. Videos surfaced. We had the Clintons. We had the Clintons. Nope. Bury it. They were dead wrong. So share this video everywhere. The mainstream media will try to bury this testimony. They're not going to play these clips on CNN. No, no, no. They're going to bury this like they buried everything else about Epstein. So don't let them. And here's a question. I want you to comment below. Do you believe that Bill Clinton is telling the whole truth about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Yes or no? Let's see where this community stands. And if you want to support independent journalism that actually asks the hard questions, make sure you check out the Next News merch shelf below this video, because every purchase helps us keep fighting for the truth. I'm Gary Franchi. Stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power. I want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.